If she like actually said, hey, I talked to everyone, I obtained permissions myself, I have screenshots, I have emails, I have conversation logs, I have everything, right, set up in such a way that there is no denial, there is no way, it is foolproof that I covered all my bases. If she has all of that and she submitted that to management for their review and it was approved and she was able to release a song, but then they retroactively, it feels evil. It feels petty. It feels like they're just sticking it to her, right? It's like, you think you can go over our heads? You're not going to use us as a resource. You're not going to use us to handle these communications when that's explicitly our job. You, we're going to take down the song. It feels petty, right? It's just, it's hard to shake that feeling. And I don't know like how true it is, obviously, but it just, at this point, like, it is clear that Nijisanji is super way out of touch, not only with the Western demographic, the sphere, the culture here, but with their own talents. And if you're out of touch with your own talents, you're just flat out incompetent. You know, I'll just say it. You're just not there. You are not communicating. There is something going on. There is something going horribly wrong there. No. Oh, the management's like, oh shit. Oh, we forgot about that one. Oh, we forgot about. Oh shit. Thanks for bringing it up to our attention here, Mr. and Mrs. Skio. Thank you for letting us know. We forgot about this one. Yeah, we're taking that one down too. It's like, what? Horrible Nijisanji situation. So you guys don't know, I'm into VTubers. Obviously, I'm a VTuber myself. I love VTubers. And let's see if I could find it. But basically, a VTuber I follow, her name is Selen Tatsuki. She is a Nijisanji VTuber. On Christmas Day, she released a cover. It was a cover of Lily Pichu's song, Last Cup of Coffee. She released Last Cup of Coffee, I think on Christmas Day. It's really cool. It's cute. And if you notice, though, this song, this video, is not uploaded by Selen Tatsuki, where it should be. It's uploaded by one of her fans, a re-uploader, because she had to take down the cover. And I don't know why. Obviously, a lot of work goes into these cover songs. You have to, commission the video. You have to commission artists. You have to, have a mixer and everything. So apparently the story is that Nijisanji, Selen Tatsuki's VTuber agency, told her to take it down. The story surrounding Selen Tatsuki is that, she's very ambitious as a VTuber. She does a lot in terms of projects. She collabs with many VTubers. She collabs with creators that aren't VTubers. She's very like ambitious. She's a go-getter, and she's also very successful on that front. But Nijisanji as a VTuber agency is very limiting. Like it feels like they get in the way of her ambitions and her efforts a lot more than they support her, which is ironic because that's her VTuber agency and they should be supporting her, right? So let's see what this story is all about.
Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. So today we have another round of Nijisanji related drama to cover, and perhaps unsurprisingly, it involves another situation where Nijisanji's management is interfering with the actions of their own livers. And unfortunately, this situation once again involves Selen, who is easily the most popular English member of their organization, and someone who is immensely respected with...
Yeah, definitely she has a lot of respect. She has a lot of pull because she collabs with, again, so many different creators, not just VTubers, and she's also very skilled. Selen Tatsuki, her claim to fame, I don't know. One of her main characteristics is that she's really good at shooters. She is a bona fide, just a really cracked out shooter game player. She's really fucking good. If you want to see a VTuber be really cracked at gaming, that's Selen Tatsuki, especially when it comes to shooter games, right? Apex Legends, to be very, very specific. So Selen Tatsuki is very highly regarded for sure. Is she the most popular? I don't necessarily know. Maybe. I guess so, because she would definitely reach a wider audience by collabing with so many different people. It's still kind of a niche in shooter games, but shooter games is more general. So I don't know. Probably the most popular
within her community and the VTubing scene as well. And many people are considering what happened yesterday to be a strike 3. The third time that one of her community events has been interfered with by her own management. This time it is a very unfortunate situation where she recently released a music video that she considered a gift to her community. Well, yesterday on Christmas Day, Nijisanji management played the role of the Grinch and came through and forced Selen to private her video. Now, like I said, this is by many considered a third strike because this is the third time a situation like this has unfolded for Selen. And before we get into the most recent story, let's remind ourselves of the other two that have happened in the past. Only about a year ago, she was hosting an art competition for her community where 5 artists...
Oh yeah, she had to take that down. Yep. You can't be giving money to your community. Nope.
...would be selected to have new outfits for her vtuber model.
Yep.
And among those 5 finalists, they would be sharing a prize pool of $5,000. Now that reward comes not from Nijisanji, but from her own pocket. However, even that was something that they interfered with. Because at first, Nijisanji managed...
It's so sad. Negotiated again with management. The form will be corrected soon. 5 designs will be picked and will be awarded $1,000. Guys, I try to get them to settle for $1,000 instead of the 5,000. I hope that's enough, guys. But only one will become an official outfit. Please note that I am paying the prize out of my own pocket, not the company. I was told no originally and cannot provide prizes and fought for it for a long time as shown on past streams, so I am glad that I can finally award artists some form of compensation in the end after fighting for so long to even be able to host it. Just to clarify, I originally wanted to provide prizes out of my own pocket, but that was denied at first. I always want to support artists and have done so throughout my career here in Nijisanji, so I am happy that I was able to in the end, even though I could always do more. Damn. That sucks that they had to limit her on that. But I don't know. Did they just cancel it outright?
Management shut down that idea of hers. They rejected her right to give out that $5,000 to the artists who participated in this event. This was something she had to renegotiate with them for and basically fight tooth and nail to eventually get. But it was not easy, and it was something that left a lot of people scratching their heads as to why Nijisanji would treat her like this.
Yeah, like, why are you getting in the way of her when, I mean, this isn't even out of the company's pocket. It's out of her pocket, right? And I think maybe there's, like, some legality concerns that they have. It's definitely, like, there's no, like, oh, for sure, like, we just want to limit her creativity and, like, they're being malicious. There's some kind of concern they have, however irrational or, however irrational it is. But it is just... At the end of the day, it's ultimately just silly, right?
And again, a lot of people consider her to be a leader within her organization, someone who is a bridge between the Japanese and English branches because she has consistently hosted a lot of international tournaments and events. She is very involved in the organization and does a lot of work behind the scenes, and she just goes above and beyond and is well known.
Yeah, she even plays with Chihiro, who is graduating soon, and definitely another VTuber I follow a lot. Also a cracked Apex player if you like shooters. And this is Hana Machia. She is from Nijisanji, Indonesia, but that kind of disbanded, and so she's just part of Nijisanji now. So yeah, she does a lot for sure.
Known for that. However, only a few months ago, seemingly out of nowhere, she announces that Nijisanji management has revoked her permission to host international tournaments, which again left a lot of people questioning why does she seem to have such an issue with her management? Why are they always cracking down on her community projects?
Wait, what? Let me read that. I really apologize to announce this, but unfortunately, despite everything I tried to make it work, I will not be able to hold the Fall Guys tournament anymore and will not be able to organize any more international tournaments from here on out. What the? I can still try and originate stuff for within EN, and I'm sorry for disappointing my fans. For those looking forward to the Fall Guys tournament, I hope you look forward to other Livers international events and tournaments in the future. Dude, this sucks. So Random Master says it's IP rights and needing a contract with the individual artists. For the other thing with the contest, I understand with giveaways and prizing, right? Definitely you have some legality concerns and there's definitely some red tape, and these kind of official orgs are as far as Nijisanji, it's a Japanese corporation, so they're very, very cut and dry, and they're very stringent on the rules, right? But like for this, I don't know. For this, I'm not sure. For saying that she cannot like host in-house international tournaments, this one I am not sure. I don't understand. I don't understand like what could the purpose be. Besides, like, Nijisanji EN and Nijisanji just not... I don't know. Like, Nijisanji being the global branch that is not EN and just Nijisanji EN, somehow there's, like... I don't think there's any legality issues or concerns. It's the same company at the end of the day. So I don't really understand, like, why this has to be a thing. Yeah, I don't really understand this one. I think she would fit in with vShoujo if she leaves Niji. I mean... No matter what happens to Selen, she's going to make it. Like if she's like leaving Nijisanji or whatever, whether it's vShoujo or whatever, she'll make it. She's really talented. If you're wondering why Selen just hasn't left Niji yet, it's because she can't until her contract runs out because no sane person put up with all this abuse. Oh no, of course not. It's not. No, I understand. Like, there's a lot of reason to stay within your company than upright, like. Uproot and leave for sure, right? And at the end of the day, like Selen draws a lot of inspiration from Nijisanji VTubers, including like Chihiro, and you know, Nijisanji is probably a huge reason why she even got into VTubing in the first place. So it's like your dream company, and it's just sad to see your dream company fail you time and time again. The takeaway is that it's just incredibly sad.
Down on her community projects. Well, let's fast forward to yesterday. So Nijisanji and Selen were trending nonstop, and the reasons are pretty interesting to say the least. So it's this whole situation surrounds this cover song named Last Cup of Coffee. She made a tweet announcing its release, and let's just read the caption because I think it sums up how she feels about this project. It says, "Merry Christmas. This song holds a special place in my heart, and I'm excited to finally release this cover for you. Lots of Dragoon artists drew for the music video."
Wow.
Now, listening to her live stream, it sounds like not only did this involve a lot of people working on this project, but it also sounds like this project took at least a year to make. So clearly a lot of effort was put into this, and it was viewed as something as a very special song for her and her community.
Yeah.
However, only hours later, she made this tweet saying,
"What the fuck?" Okay, maybe he'll read it.
"Hello, I apologize, but management has privated the song.
Oh my.
Please feel free to re-upload since a lot of money and effort was done by so many Dragoons.
Aww.
I'm really sorry, or I'm really sad that this happened on Christmas, but I hope somehow you guys will still be able to listen to it in some way."
Nijisanji ruined Christmas. How could they do this? What the f, Nijisanji? You actually just ruined... It's like, how could you fuck up this bad? How could you ruin Christmas? That's so sad. That's incredibly sad. And the fact that she's like, yeah, please feel free to re-upload it so that other people can enjoy it, because a lot of work actually did go into it. Oh my god. That fucking sucks, dude.
Now, we'll get into some of the details of this tweet as we go through this video, but a lot of people initially started to speculate that maybe this had something to do with licensing or they didn't have the correct permission. But a lot of people were just angry in response to this because...
Oh, they didn't have the correct permission. I don't know, like, with music artists and groups and whatever, right? With labels, right? There's a lot of, like, red tape for sure. Even an indie content creator, Lily Pichu is the original creator of Last Cup of Coffee, right? And Lily Pichu, if you don't know, she's an indie content creator. She has been in the scene for streaming for forever, for a long fucking time. And when she is, her song Last Cup of Coffee, I don't know, is it like under some kind of music label or something? Like, because that just... I mean, it would make sense, obviously, that she has someone else manage the rights to it. It feels so weird how disconnected it is from the intent of the artist. If you were to ask Lily Pichu, hey, can I make a cover of your song would you be okay with that? I mean, I think she'd say yes, right? You would. I don't think why would she refuse, right? And it's like, and especially in the YouTube, Twitch content creation scene, the game revolving around that, you don't want to like get in the way of other people from like doing covers of your work. That's flattering, if anything. And so it's just not obtaining permissions. That feels like such a cope. It feels so weird. It feels like it's almost petty at this point. It feels like, yeah, Selen, you step over the line way too many times. And, this is just another one of those times. I am a Japanese company that doesn't understand how the unspoken rules around content creation are. So we're just going to get in the way of this and put a stop to it right there. It just feels so incredibly petty, misguided, and not congruent. Like, it just feels like they're out of touch. Nijisanji feels totally out of touch with how things work in the States, right? And not even in the States, in the West, right? And it's so disheartening. It's so sad. It's so the obvious reasoning is that they fear legal repercussions somewhere down the line, right? That it'll bite them in the butt eventually, and they would rather just take the safe road, the absolute safe road, the road that definitely has no room for any accusation, allegation, whatever. And it's just so clear and obvious to everyone else that that's just never going to happen, right? It'll never happen. And I don't know. It's sad.
Why and how did this music video get out there for hours publicly and then get taken down because of some sort of a box that wasn't checked? It seems very strange, and the reaction to this was pretty unanimous. Everyone was disappointed and felt very sorry for Selen. It's not just that this was a very unfortunate set of timing, Christmas Day, but it also was a project that clearly she put a lot of work into, and a lot of people around her
ruined
put a lot of work
Christmas
into. And I think this quote sums up the reaction very well. It says, "God bless Selen and everything she does, but this is why people shit on Niji/Any Color Management. How did the song cover and music video go so far to even be released publicly, and no one from management brought up any issues until after it was released for a few hours? Bro, come on."
That is a very good point. That is such a colossal fuck up. Nijisanji has no ground to stand on with regards to this, because they should have known. They should have been involved. They should have understood that Selen wanted to do this, that she has been working on it, that she did release it, or she had intent to release it. They should have known. They should have been involved from the very beginning, right? And I'm pretty sure Selen does everything she can. Like, we can give her the benefit of the doubt. We could have a lot of faith in Selen's methods and her desire to work congruently with her company in order to put out good shit, put out good content, right? We can have faith in that because that's just what she is, right? That's her character. That's how she's been from her debut. So it's like, this is just a colossal fuck up on their part. It is incompetency at the highest level, that they did not know she was going to do this, if that's the case, and that they could not approve this, or that they had to take it down, that they had to retroactively take this content away from the community, from her community, right? It is incompetence at the highest level, and I feel like, it would be sad to see the end of Selen Tatsuki, because I feel like she's done a lot, but it obviously just doesn't feel like Nijisanji is very supportive of Selen, and it feels like it is strictly due to incompetency. Being extremely charitable, at the very least, what you can say is that Nijisanji is clearly incompetent. It's very easy to say from that, to conclude from that they don't deserve her.
And making the situation even a bit more sad is the fact that Selen on Christmas Day had a special stream to celebrate not only the song, but also celebrate with her community. And this was clearly something that she and her community was very excited about. The cover song was a big hit with them, and she seemed very happy with the results and happy with the fact she was sharing it with everybody. Now, interestingly, this stream was made before the tweet where she announced that she had to private it. And within this stream, before anything was raised in terms of issues with the song, she addressed some of the concerns people would raise about things like licensing and if she had the rights to release this song. As it turns out, at least from her perspective, it seems here, she reached out to all of the necessary parties to get their permission on her own to make sure everything was okay. Now, about
You know what it is? Oh my god. It does feel petty now. Like if she like established that narrative, if she like actually said, hey, I talked to everyone, I obtained permissions myself, I have screenshots, I have emails, I have conversation logs, I have everything, right? Set up in such a way that there is no denial, there is no way, it is foolproof that I covered all my bases. If she has all of that and she submitted that to management for their review and it was approved and she was able to release a song, but then they retroactively, it feels evil. It feels petty. It feels like they're just sticking it to her, right? It's like, you think you can go over our heads? You're not going to use us as a resource. You're not going to use us to handle these communications when that's explicitly our job. Fuck you. We're going to take down the song. It feels petty, right? It's just, it's hard to shake that feeling. And I don't know like how true it is, obviously, but it's so sad. That's all I can say is like, that's incredibly sad.
an hour into her stream, she describes this, so let's have a quick listen.
So, yeah, I'm really happy that, Lily Pichu and, her producer gave me permission to cover, last couple, I honestly did not think, I didn't think they would say yes because like it took I've asked permission to do a cover of this song since last year, but I didn't get like approval for it for a while, and then so like I actually reached out to the producer because I realized like we had like mutual like followings, and then I was like, hey, can I do a cover of your song? And then he was like, oh yeah, of course.
So she has like all the receipts, right? And I don't know like if you guys are fully familiar or aware, but I feel like this is a common occurrence in corporate world. In corporate world and corporate politics, right? If you try to go over someone's head, let's say you have a manager, right? You have a direct manager and you have the manager that manages him, right? If you go over and talk to the manager that manages your manager over your manager, you're not going to have a good time. You are not going to have a good time. Your direct manager is going to make your life hell. He's going to get in the way of everything that you do. He's going to intercept your communication and they're going to, put you in your place. And that's what this feels like. It feels like Nijisanji, her manager, whatever the team is in Nijisanji that ultimately pulled the plug on this and said no, it just feels like it's extremely petty and that they are doing this to prove a point. You can't go over our heads. You can't talk directly to them, the producer, Lily Pichu or whatever, and it doesn't matter how many receipts you have. The fact that you went over our heads is why we're gonna fuck you. And it's just, there's a lot of like democratization in terms of like this scene. Anyone can start up a YouTube channel and create a brand and start themselves up and make YouTube videos and like put themselves out there, right? And it feels like that's what this scene is kind of rooted in. It's like, it's very grassroots, right? It's very like this kind of spirit of individuality and being able to self-produce is so prevalent. And this just feels like a clash of cultures, a clash of corporation and red tape with, a grassroots movement of something that is entirely like self-made. And it's incredibly sad. Take a shot every time I say this is incredibly sad. It's gonna happen a lot.
Of course you can. And I was like, cool, can you respond to the email?
Can you respond to the email so I can have a screenshot?
As with any
so
other
I can have a
situation where
screenshot
I'm
for my
using a
management.
clip of a Nijisanji liver, I'm risking a false copyright strike from their organization and their management because in the past they have used that as an excuse to copyright strike down videos that are painting their management in a potentially bad light. But I always take that risk because I'm not going to be intimidated by their management. And also, I think that clip was very important for the topics we're talking about today. But if you want more evidence that she had permission to make this cover, here's Lily Pichu basically saying publicly to anyone back in 2020 that they have the right to do something like that. And also, there was some interesting development back in 2020 that they have the right to do something like that.
So, if you guys don't know Lily Pichu, this is the original content creator for that song. Selen Tatsuki song that got taken out as a cover of Lily's song. I get asked this a lot. Anyone can listen to my music on stream. You can also use it for videos with credit as long as it's not a straight rip. Using it as background music is fine, for example. Please don't sell it, obviously. Thank you. So, by strictly from what she's saying, it's all good. I would give Lily the benefit of the doubt that she's went ahead to secure these kind of rights, secure this kind of like freedom for her content, because she is an indie content creator herself and she understands the landscape of streaming and playing copyrighted music, right? No one is out here playing copyrighted music saying like, oh, it's my own and you can only get this kind of product here in my stream. They're just playing it because that's the vibe. That's to set the mood, right? That's all it is. And it's not to try and take away or monetize the artists, another artist's work, as much as it is just to, you know, just set the correct vibes.
Lily Pichu basically saying publicly to anyone back in 2020 that they have the right to do something like that. And also there was some interesting developments like this tweet right here where they were encouraging their followers to make reports to any color to try to get an answer as to what is happening and get a statement from their management. And everyone who did that would get the same copy and pasted response. I'll read it real quick. It says, the music video you have inquired about had not yet passed some of the steps of our internal verification process and the necessary permissions from all
internal verification process. That is just look, we didn't say it was okay. We said it was okay, but we didn't actually say it was okay. All right. That's what they're saying. And that's like, what the fuck, man? What? What do you mean? She uploaded it. You had to have some sort of say in that. It's your channel. It's not even Selen's channel. It's your channel. You had to have some sort of say in that. If you didn't like verify this and she went ahead and posted it herself, that is an incompetency on your part. A severe lack of competency.
All parties involved in the video had not yet been obtained, and the video will be unavailable to watch until these necessary steps are complete.
It had not been obtained by them, right? It was obtained by Selen, and if it was obtained in the wrong way, then it was not obtained at all, obviously.
Once we have confirmed with the parties involved, the video will be made available to watch. Now, a lot of people looked at this and said, oh, well, Nijisanji management is off the hook. They did nothing wrong, which I think...
Whoa, I don't know about that conclusion. I don't know about that conclusion. That seems like that seems like a stretch.
Is a bit off because it doesn't seem like this really absolves anything. In fact, I think it makes it more confusing because based on Selen's words on stream and also some of the wording of her tweet that came after.
That's so cool that Rev got the word on her stream. I guess that's like probably something that he found on Twitter too, but still, like, that's really, it's very good to include to set the right context and put this in like the correct perspective.
Afterwards, it seems like she had the green flag to go, and she's not someone who really anybody would reasonably believe would go rogue and make this video live without permission. It seems like she did everything on her end. So it seems like, based on this wording, that management didn't fulfill their end and let this basically slip through the system, and after it was live, turn around and made her private the video. But that, of course, is just speculation. But something isn't really adding up here, and other users have pointed it out. So this user said, I know miscommunication is a common thing in here, but damn, that music video took months to do, so there is no way the manager would somehow forget to inform her. And she's pissed
Yep.
when she encouraged re-uploads. Now, that's a very interesting point to make. So looking back at the original tweet she made about privating the song, she encouraged people to re-upload the video. Now, again, just speculation on my...
It's like, fuck you. You're going to take away my content from my community? Fuck you. I'm going to have my community re-upload it then, because you don't deserve any of the monetization, any of the any sort of publicity or any sort of like rights to this song. And I fully support that.
My behalf. But normally if someone believed the video would be back up soon, I highly doubt they would encourage people to re-upload the video. Typically when someone's encouraging their followers to...
This feels like a petty revenge tactic, right? It's like, again, it's like fuck you too. Which I am in favor for. If someone's going to go down, if someone's going to be petty against you, right? And drag you in the mud, then I say fuck it, man. We fighting in the mud then. I feel like for sure it's totally justified to be petty against people who will attack you in such a petty way. If you're gonna fight dirty, we're fighting dirty.
To re-upload a video that's been taken down, it's because they don't believe it's gonna get back up. That's just my belief. I mean, you can disagree with that, but it just seems like it's a pretty logical assumption to make based on the situation. And it just seems overall like a very unfortunate situation. Like she said, on Christmas Day, all of this is happening.
Christmas Day.
And it was a big part, something that was in the works for months.
Nijisanji
But moving
ruined
forward,
Christmas.
people would take that opportunity to re-upload it through Google Drives or even just straight up re-uploads on YouTube. And this one in particular, I checked as of recording this video, it was still up. However, some people are spreading a rumor that some of these re-uploads are being taken down. I don't know if this is true. This is just a rumor for the moment. This video in particular is the example people are using. The YouTuber responsible for uploading it hasn't said anything yet. So as of right now, it's just a rumor that Nijisanji is now copyright strike taking down various videos that are re-uploading the cover song. But like I said, just a rumor for now, but I wouldn't be surprised.
It's so sad. It's so like, oh God, but we're still the right holder to this cover if we want to hold the rights of it. It's like so petty if they're actually taking down these videos too. And it's like, I feel like this is the boiling point. I actually do feel like this is the boiling point for Selen. I feel like at this point, relations between corporation, her agency, and the talent, Selen, I feel like the bridge is effectively burned. I feel like it's a matter of time, like before Selen takes her leave. Putting into perspective how she is encouraging re-uploads and basically saying fuck you to the company, and how the company is like kind of going to war against her and like they're taking down the videos. It feels like it's irreparable at this point. They have their level of authority that they value and their level of control that they value way more than the creativity and the individual power of their talent. And it just doesn't feel congruent. It feels like two sides are not able to meet each other halfway at this point. And I feel like it's only a matter of time.
Prize based on Nijisanji's history with copyright striking videos. And another interesting development
on Christmas Day is arguably a very weak argument for why this was wrong, as is they had 2 months to say communication is a two-way street. The evidence Selen seemingly had should be enough. I don't think it's meant to be an argument. It's just a joke, right? It's like, on Christmas Day, you're gonna take this gift away on Christmas Day? What the fuck, Niji? And like, yeah, clown on him.
Comes from one of the artists who was involved with the project. They would provide a link to her Bilibili account because that's actually where Selen would upload on her official account there. However,
oh my God, China Billy coming in clutch.
Shortly before recording this video, that has been taken down.
No, the management's like, oh shit. Oh, we forgot about that one. Oh, we forgot about. Oh shit! Thanks for bringing it up to our attention here, Mr. and Mrs. Skio. Thank you for letting us know. We forgot about this one. Yeah, we're taking that one down too. It's like, what?
There. However, shortly before recording this video, that has been taken down as well. You're met with this error message and then redirected to the front page of that website. So it seems like all official ends of this video have been officially taken down. And a lot of people are responding to this situation, considering it strike 3. Because at the very least, this has been a very messy situation. Yes, there might have been miscommunications.
Yes.
I mean, that's pretty reasonable to suggest in this situation. But how did this all happen?
Please, Selen, I'm begging you not to renew the contract. You deserve so much more than a company that actively sabotages you every chance they get. The Dragoons will be there for you no matter what happens. Absolutely, 100%. At this point, it is a pissing match between the two. At this point, they are guns out, knives out, everything's out. They're fighting in the mud. And it is clear that the two sides just are not, they're not congruent. They're not going to meet. And this sucks. This definitely sucks. Because Nijisanji is like, before all of this, before like cutting loose a few VTubers, and before like their treatment of Selen and Mista and Nina and whatever, like before all of this, like Nijisanji was a dream corporation. It was like part of Fang. If you're like in the tech software engineering world, it's like one of the Fang industries. It's up there with Hololive. Nijisanji was a dream corporation because it has so much publicity, it has so much popularity. Everyone knows the Nijisanji VTubers. It's the second biggest company, right? So it's like it was a dream corporation, a dream job, and how they treat her like shit is, it's just so weird. It's so sad. It's crazy.
How did this get live? How did it get taken down on Christmas? This whole thing is really, really messy. And again, it just shows a lack of, or a perceived lack of respect directed towards Selen by her own management. And it's really unfortunate to see. And some people are suggesting
management, legal, home base, whatever. Someone is getting in the way of Selen, and they're actively getting in the way of Selen. They're purposefully getting in the way of Selen. It is, you can feel that. You can feel that with the moves that they make. And it's just, it's incompatible. You can't work with each other. How can you work with each other? The trust that is supposed to be there between the talent and the people that management, how can you have trust for anything? If your manager can't defend you, if your manager's manager can't defend you, if Nijisanji En can't defend you and stick up for you and fight for your creative rights, then how can you have any trust in this system? There's no trust. And if there's no trust, then there's no creativity. If there's no creativity, what's the point? What's the point of staying here? There's no point at this point. At this point, Niji is essentially a black company. They only view their talents as tools for making money and seeing the bright red line that represents their market value go up. I feel like that's already the default. Like we all know like this is a business. This is an industry, right? Nijisanji, Hololive included, they're all in this for the money. They're in this for that simp money, right? And like it is a lucrative business. And everyone at the end of the day is thinking about the money they're making. But at this point, like it is clear that Nijisanji is super way out of touch, not only with the Western demographic, the sphere, the culture here, but with their own talents. And if you're out of touch with your own talents, you're just flat out incompetent. You know, I'll just say it. You're just not there. You are not communicating. There is something going on. There is something going horribly wrong there. And it's just, whether they view them as a money-making tool or not, I feel like is secondary to the point that the fact that they're just flat out incompetent. They don't know what they're doing.
She starts looking in other directions. She's a very capable woman and entertainer. I'm sure she knows exactly what she wants to do. But yeah, I think it's reasonable for people to look at this situation and say, God, like enough is enough. Hopefully she has a place where she can be treated better. But that's just people's opinion for now, and I guess she's going to do what she wants to do. But yeah, very messy situation involving Nijisanji, and as always, feel free to share all of your thoughts in the comments section down below about these topics. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Hey, what's up, guys? Rev here. So today we have another...
I'm calling it February. Selen will graduate in February. She'll graduate in February. The announcement will drop sometime middle of January. Selen will graduate in February. I'm calling it. She should. She ought to. She doesn't deserve this. She deserves so much more. She has so much potential, so much creativity, so much good relations she's built with the entire, like, this entire space. She has so much talent. She knows it. Everyone knows it. She can't stay here. They don't deserve her. That's February. She's out in February. Make sure to give the video a like. Rev has definitely been really cool to watch. Yeah, Selen's gone in February. I hope she's gone in February because I think she deserves more. It's just, that's as simple as that. All companies desire to make money. Not every one of them do it in such a way that is amicable to their audience. It is something that is very hard to balance. I don't think there's any justification. I feel like the fact that you have to retroactively pull a video shows that you were not communicating and you were not on top of your talents. You're not managing your talent. You're just not. And that is incompetency at the highest degree. In the highest degree. Each time I hear about Niji, they appear so corporate that it's exploitative. Yeah. Companies kind of should be able to make money, but alienating your audience one way or another is just a volatile situation, one that is asking for massive trouble. Oh, yeah. It's not even alienating your audience, right? They're fucking their talent up, which is so sad. Poached by Hololive, Solo, or vshoujo. I think Selen definitely is not going to go for another corpo. Especially one that is Eastern managed, right? Like Hololive. I don't think another corpo makes a lot of sense. Even if Hololive shouldn't have as much red tape as Niji, they seem to be a little more in touch with the culture and with this space more, right? Even though Hololive does appear to be a lot more competent, they're still a corpo and there's still a lot of red tape. vshoujo, sure, maybe just to be in that sphere, be in that community, be in that space, and have an excuse for regular collabs with the other vshoujo VTubers, sure, maybe. But I mean, no matter what Selen decides, I think she has like prospects anywhere she'll go, is what I mean. Yeah. But yeah.